You know something? I don't think it's like premature ejaculation at all.
I wouldn't know, but from what I've read.
I don't hear anything.
I don't think so. But I mean, did you ever go one of those? Did you ever one of those things where the reporter, you know, the boss called you in, "Hey Cooper, you're on TV. We need you to have dark hair. We want Cooper's hair dark." I mean, did you ever have to fight those kind of silly?
In my head, I still have brown hair, so every time I look in the mirror, it's a shock that I have gray hair.
So it's in denial.
I'm in complete denial. Yeah.
Now, you have an interesting background. Tell us a little bit about your life and where you're from. And you grew up in the city.
I grew up in New York, yeah.
Right, okay.
My mom is Gloria Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
designer.
I know that. I don't know why that makes me smile. It just does.
I don't know why that would be.
I remember her selling the jeans.
Have you had some sort of encounter with her or something?
No. I don't know why.
Well, it's funny because my mom, you know, has had a really fascinating life, and she's like 83 now, and she got around. She dated a lot of famous people, Howard Hughes and Marlon Brando and all these people, and Frank Sinatra. And literally, like, you'd watch old movies with her as a kid, and you'd turn, and she'd be, like, smiling fondly at some, like, Frank Sinatra movie. And I was always like, "Do you know Frank Sinatra?" And she'd be like, "Oh, yes, I know."
Wow.
Yeah, it was always like, you really didn't want to know.
Yeah. So how did you get interested in journalism? Researching your mother? I mean, how'd this happen?
After college, I thought I liked to travel. I thought it'd be interesting to be a reporter. Okay. And so I tried to get an entry-level job at ABC News, like answering the phones, and I could not get this job, which shows you the value of a Yale education. And I came up with this plan, which was I would start going to wars. And so I made a fake press pass, and I borrowed a home video camera, and I started going to wars. And
Wait, you just go to wars? I mean,
yeah.
How did you decide, that war's too big, let me find a more intimate war? I mean, how did you decide?
I'd spent some time in Africa as a kid. I left high school early and driven across southern Africa in a truck. So I was familiar with Africa. So I actually started in Southeast Asia, and then I moved to Africa, and I started going to some wars in Africa and Somalia and the famine.
So you would report, put it on video camera, and then what, send your tape
And I would send it to a thing called Channel One, which was a show seen in high schools throughout the United States.
Okay.
Yeah. And I became like their chief foreign correspondent. And ironically, after about 2 years of doing that, ABC News hired me as a correspondent.
Let's take a look. We have some tape. This is from '92, I guess.
It was Somalia, I think that
Let's
this was.
take a look. Here we go.
And U.S. Marines and UN forces will enter Baidoa. I'll be bringing you that story on Monday. Reporting from Mogadishu, I'm Anderson Cooper for Channel One.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
I had sort of a flock of seagulls hair thing going on. I had like the flock of seagulls hair thing going on.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, right. I like that. But it's not yet gray. Now, we have a lot in common.
We do, actually. I've read that, yes.
Like, you're dyslexic, and I'm dyslexic.
Yes, I had a mild form of dyslexia
Mild,
as a kid.
same thing.
Yeah.
Gray hair. Gray hair,
yes.
And you don't drink any hot liquids either.
I hate hot liquids. Yeah, I've never met another person who does not like hot liquids.
It doesn't have ice in it. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
And a soup is like, this is too hot.
I don't understand it.
Thank you very
Coffee,
much.
tea, all of it.
And you've never taken a vacation?
I don't like vacations.
No, I hate vacations.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. And you ride motorcycles?
I did ride motorcycles. Yeah, the one rule I had growing up as a kid was, I had never had a curfew. I never had anything, but my mother was always like, you can never have a motorcycle. So, of course, the only thing I wanted was a motorcycle.
Of course, you have to have a motorcycle.
And I got one when I was in college, but I never told her up until about a couple months ago. She said to me out of the blue, like, well, thank goodness you never got a motorcycle. And I was like, well, actually, I did. And, but yeah, she was completely oblivious. I would literally walk into the apartment with a motorcycle helmet under my arm. She had no idea.
She just thought, oh, he's going to some party.
Right, exactly. No idea.
Well, it's CNN's Anderson Cooper 360. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
All right, be right back with Brad Paisley right after this. Anderson Cooper.